Welcome to Lesson 1, Order of Operations with Decimals. We'll begin by reviewing our order of operations with integers by following these rules. Do the brackets first, do any work with exponents, multiply and divide in order from left to right, and then add and subtract in order from left to right. And one way to help us remember these rules is BEDMAS, where B stands for brackets, E is exponents, D is division, M is multiplication, and again we do that in order from left to right. And then A is addition, S is subtraction, and again we do that in order from left to right. So let's use these rules now to help us simplify this expression. I'm going to start by writing BEDMAS on the top of the page so that we can be reminded of the order in which we need to simplify. So we need to start with brackets. So if I look at -2, there is nothing to do within that set of brackets, so I'll move on. Here I only have a 6, so there's nothing to do. And here is just a -3. If I look at this square set of brackets here, I do have a couple of operations that I need to do. I have a subtraction, and I also have an addition. So we're going to start off with our brackets, and then in particular, we're going to do the subtraction first, since that is before the addition. So we have -2 plus 6 divided by -3 plus. Now when we subtract, we add the opposite. So we end up with -8 plus +9. Writing this out again. Now we have to add -8 plus +9. Now when we looked at adding a positive and negative before, we said we need to subtract and then determine if we have more positives or negatives. So doing that gives us a +1, just 1 plus 7. Now we're still within our brackets. Still need to continue with that and next do our addition. 1 plus 7. And that gives us 8. So now the brackets are done, we'll move on to E of BEDMAS, which is exponents. Now there are no exponents here, so we move on to D and M, division and multiplication. So there's only a division here, so that is what we'll do next. We need to divide 6 by -3. That would be -2. There's no more division multiplication there. Now we move on to addition subtraction. Well, we just have 2 addition here, and we'll just do them one at a time, going from left to right. So -2 plus -2 is -4. And we'll perform the other addition of -4 and 8, which gives us +4. Got another example here now. All right, so if I begin with my B for brackets, there's nothing to do. It's just a -8. This is just a -2. All right, but I'm going to perform this operation here. I'm going to start by doing the brackets of -5 plus 8. If I do that, I will get a +3. All right, now that the brackets are simplified, I'll move on to my exponents. And I do have one here. I have to do -2 cubed, which means -2 times -2 times -2. So let's work that out. -2 times -2 is +4. And a +4 times a -2 is a -8. All right, so I have two operations left. I have an addition and a multiplication. So looking back up at my BEDMAS, I have to do any division and multiplication next. So since there's no division, I'll do the multiplication. Negative 8 times 3. That gives me negative 24. Now I will do the only operation left, which is addition. Negative 8 plus negative 24. That gives me negative 32.